I'm Kaylee, and this is my review of If I Had Lunch with C.S. Lewis by Alistair McGrath. So I have a year-long reading goal to read one C.S. Lewis or J.R.R. Tolkien related book every month, and for the month of January, that book was If I Had Lunch with C.S. Lewis. Before we dive into my review and all of my thoughts about this book about C.S. Lewis, we're going to reach back here to our Booktuber Shoutout book, and we're going to shout out somebody randomly. Let's see who we get today. Today's shout out goes to Books with Emily Fox. I will leave a link to their channel over in the description, so be sure to click on over there and subscribe to them. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe to this channel and give this video a thumbs up if you love C.S. Lewis like I do. And of course, follow me on Goodreads and Storygraph and Instagram and Twitter and all the places. So in this book, If I Had Lunch with C.S. Lewis, the author sort of postulates how might the conversation go if you sat down and had lunch with C.S. Lewis? What subjects might arise in a conversation with him? And then taking quotes from C.S. Lewis's written works, we can sort of guess what direction the conversation would go. And we can kind of generalize the things that Lewis would be likely to say. However, this is not a book of imagined dialogue. Like, these aren't like dialogue conversations. It's a compilation of generalizations and paraphrases and a few quotes of what C.S. Lewis said in his written works and things that he said in his lectures and stuff. And it's just about what the author thinks that Lewis might be likely to say on certain subjects. So there are chapters about finding the meaning in life, chapters about grief, about education and hope and faith. And of course, there are a couple of chapters about Narnia and how they illustrate the importance of imagination and storytelling. Each chapter begins by posing a question about a certain topic, and then the author details some of the history of Lewis's life and what his actual experience was regarding that topic, how he experienced friendship or grief or hope or faith in his own life. And then we dive further into the topic with deeper explanations about what C.S. Lewis actually said and wrote on that subject. It was really nice to see how certain aspects of life events in C.S. Lewis's life really influenced the way that he thought, how his life events directly correlate to his philosophy. It was interesting. I don't feel like I really learned anything new about C.S. Lewis or anything, because I've read most of C.S. Lewis's books. I've read like 3 different biographies of C.S. Lewis, so none of it was new information. But I feel like if you didn't know very much about C.S. Lewis, then this might be a good place to start, because it just kind of gives you an outline and some little snippets of stuff. And so if you didn't want to like read a whole big biography of Lewis, then this would give you a little bit of information here and there. However, I did not like that the author often repeats themselves. Sometimes they use the exact same Lewis quote again and again, and it made the writing a little just tiresome and kind of annoying. It doesn't repeat itself a lot, but it does happen. I did like that the author does not just accept everything that Lewis ever said or wrote as golden truth. The author questions and analyzes and critiques Lewis's ideas, mostly approving and supporting Lewis's reasoning, but always leading the reader to just think it through for themselves. Lewis was not infallible. He had some ideas that I definitely do not agree with and that I feel like are not biblical. But I love that Lewis just always prompts you to think things through for yourself. And Alistair McGrath does that as well. Overall, I enjoyed reading this book very much. It made me think. I ended up giving this 4 stars. Please leave me a comment down below and let me know what is one of your favorite C.S. Lewis related books, either about C.S. Lewis's life or critiquing his writing or a book that he actually wrote. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and remember, the right book in the right hands at the right time can change the world.